Hey there, you're watching the Jessa Channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and today I am here with more Skyrim. Kinlen and her companions have made their way here to Widow's Watch Tower, a very ruined tower, it looks like, very old, to investigate the possibility of there being an underground Talos worshipping cult. In the last episode, I had Kinlen put away, thinking she would never need to use it again, put away all of her Stormcloak armor. And she put it away, wrapped it up neatly, made sure it was nice and washed, and put it away in her chest in her solitude apartment. And as I got here and realized that we're investigating a Talos worshipping cult, it would be probably better to go in Stormcloak disguise. So Kinlen went back to solitude, pulled all of this stuff out, put it in her pack, and brought it back here. And I believe I have this set up to be, let's see how it is. I have everything set up on keys, so I believe her Stormcloak stuff is 9. Yep, that's it. So, she's got a scarf on here, this helmet. I'm going to actually change out this helmet that she's got on. Oh, look at that! Fearsome. And I think, I think Kinlen's going to keep her war paint on. The war paint, when she's going into disguise, tends to make her more recognizable, obviously. However, I think in her mind, she would consider it fitting for this particular outfit, this Stormcloak look that she's got going, that kind of the war paint adds to the look. So, and she's going to pull her cloak up around her close, and the bear helmet here, helm, I should say, keeps her in disguise. It is currently about 6 p.m. on a Friday on the 4th of Frostfall, which is October in our calendar in the 4th era 201. It has become a custom for me to give you the date in Skyrim as we watch time pass and continue on with the story. Well, I can imagine that that would be a safe place to be. Because, and I'm just going to change her movement here for a minute. I've been having difficulty with her movement. It's because I've been, by the way, quick little note here. I have been testing all weekend. Today is the 3rd of July, all weekend, to attempting to bring you content on Beyond Skyrim, Bruma. And you will see on the channel, I posted 2 bug reports to the developers, which I made public so other people could see. And I had a lot of problems with it. It turns out that the crash to desktop problems I was having was the fault of the mod, and the other things I was having were due to mod incompatibilities that I just simply didn't know about. Such as, and I'm going to let you know about this now in case you want to play Beyond Skyrim Bruma, which did drop on July 1st. Now today's July 3rd. So if you haven't checked it out, please go and do so. But these are the problems that I found. If you have Paper World Map installed as I do, it will create a massive graphical glitch where things don't load in, basically. And this is the case, which I did not know, in every new world space, like Falskar, for example. I never had any problem like that in Falskar, though I don't remember if I was using Paper World Map at the time. In any case, that was one problem I had. And another was with a patch for enhanced lights and FX, which I do not have. But when I uninstalled the mod, preparing for this playthrough, a patch that I had slipped past my notice and has been sitting blithely in my mod list for the last year and a half. And sometimes when I would look at braziers chandeliers in dungeons, the large ones that hang from the ceiling that have huge fire in them, I'd get these terrible frame drops. Well, it was because of that patch. But that patch, actually, I ended up removing. It didn't cause any problems in Bruma. However, I am still having a problem in Bruma that I've reported to the devs. Kinlen very carefully walks up these steps, not wanting to trip or fall over in any way, on the slippery old wood. There's some sort of chest there, but I do not feel like risking my neck. I will get it on the way back, if I feel so inclined. Anyway, those were the two problems I had. I'm still having a problem with very low frame rates in the city of Bruma when looking at those fire pits that are on the second level of the Bruma city. And those fire pits they're really difficult. And by the way, let me get my followers following me again, because I had stopped them to go back and get Kinlen's armor. In any case, so as soon as they are able to fix that low frame rate problem in Bruma, it would be unwatchable. The frames when looking at those braziers drop to about 18 frames per second. So until the developers are able to put out a fix for that, I won't be able to bring it here to the channel, and Kinlen won't be able to go back to where she had trained so long in Bruma. Oh well. Anyway, let's head into the Widow's Watch dungeon. Kinlen walks over and
Towers like this used to be important defensive outposts. Now it serves as a home to derelicts.
Kinlen slowly lifts her head. Yes, appropriate words. Valgus, give me a hand with this, would you? Kinlen, who still has a bit of a sore side on the right side due to a sword injury, heavily pulls open the trapdoor to Widow's Watch dungeon. Kinlen thinks to herself, it looks like some sort of worship has begun. Maybe we are in time for service. Valgus, you and the hounds, well, don't know where the hounds are. Okay, they're outside. We'll leave them there. Valgus, stand nearby, but just pretend to be a worshipper, would you? In case there's trouble.
They say when Talos is removed, the dragon will be unbound. Gone will be the world of mortals, and the curse of linear time. Thousands of worlds will spill across the ether, vast and weightless. All that ever is and all that never was, brought to a state of infinite harmony. But there are others, softer voices, tiny little murmurs you have to strain just to hear them, and they will ask you, what is the price of this pursuit? That is the voice I beg you to hear, for when we gain our divinity, we lose ourselves.
Kinlen looks about. Do you speak to me, priestess? She says, in a low and slightly rumbling voice. And then Kinlen, reflecting, decides for honesty. I must say, to be honest, I haven't the slightest clue what you're talking about.
I apologize. I was referring to the Thalmor. They seek an end to time itself, and they believe Talos is the key.
How would you know this? How do you know so much about the Thalmor?
My father was an agent for the Dominion, but his motives were to save man, not condemn him. When the Justiciars discovered this, he was outed and tried as a traitor. But before he died, he passed everything he knew to me and my brother, so that we could carry on the fight.
And the fight is aiding worshippers and being able to stay here and pray to Talos?
Yes, I have made it my mission to shepherd pilgrims here, so that they may pray to Talos and give him strength.
I see. Well, I find it would be strange that a high elf would be leading these pilgrims. Kinlen looks at the other people seated. Wouldn't you agree?
Perhaps, but I have never felt bound by my ancestry to act a certain way or pray to a particular god. I've only done what I felt is right.
This whole concept of Talos worship and the Thalmor wanting to stop time, as if such a thing is possible. I just came here to pray to the great god himself. But can removing Talos worship really stop linear time?
That is the belief. When you see Talos standing over the serpent, his body uncoiled, that is time turned linear. To take him away would allow Lorcan to swim freely.
Well, obviously something needs to be done about this, and I suppose that you're looking for someone to do it.
As a matter of fact, there is. Like many of the pilgrims here, it's likely that one of our letters guided you to this shrine. And to ensure the word of Talos is spread, for every letter that is taken, we ask that you leave 2 in return.
So Kinlen is considering what she needs to do about this. Is it something as simple as just reporting it to her father and having the Legion come down here and stop it? Or should these people be left alone, and should Kinlen keep silent? She's unsure. So she's going to simply follow through with this and see where it leads her. If she feels that they are simply causing harm, then she's going to definitely shut down their little operation here in regards to Talos. Well, I can do something about that. Where do you want me to leave these letters?
We received word that a number of Thalmor envoys have been patrolling the streets of Markarth. We need to provide the people with a safe place to worship. Thus, I'd like you to place 1 letter at the Talos shrine, and 1 with the innkeeper.
Well, I would be honored to help.
Bless you, traveler. Our strength, and that of Talos, would falter without the aid of people like yourself. What you do at great risk, and I want you to know how much I appreciate it. Thank you.
Lady Arwen, I want to thank you so much for what you did for my son. I never thought that Thalmor would go to such lengths.
There is no need to thank me. I only did my duty as a mortal. Rest assured he will be safe in Cyrodiil.
Thank you, my lady.
Kinlen observes that little interaction going on, and then stands in the guise of simply asking a few questions. Well, as it seems that service is over, I do not want to disturb these other pilgrims, but I'd like to meet other people who are still brave enough to find their way to worship Talos as I am. I hope you do not mind if I have a few words with them. The priestess shakes her head. Excuse me.
My youngest son was accused of Talos worship. It was because of that amulet he found. He thought it was a toy. Lady Arwen was able to save him, send him somewhere safe. I thank the gods for her charity.
Well, it seems that she is a kind priestess as well as helping others. Yes, well, it's good speaking with you. Excuse me. Kinlen takes note of the woman sitting there, quiet in prayer, her feet bare. She's going to instruct Valgus to sit down.
I will do what I can. As you wish.
And do his work of pretending to be a Talos worshiper.
I am at your assistance.
Except he's not sitting down. Let's see if I can get him to do it again.
Grant us wisdom. I will do what I can. Apprentice, gift us with knowledge.
There we go.
As you wish.
Hopefully he'll stay there.
I am at your assistance.
Good. You there. The woman looks up.
You should try running on bare feet sometime. It's how we were meant to move.
And she greets Kinlen with some very odd advice. Well, I was just noticing your bare feet in this cold room, and though there is a nice fire over there to keep us warm while we pray, I'm wondering if there's any reason why you don't have boots.
I like the touch of the ground under my feet. The soldiers used to call me Barefoot Froa, as in bear the animal. The men always said I had claws.
Well, you must get cold, as I said.
Aye, but the cold actually helps. I don't feel it when I step on a rock.
So, you must be a Nord. Stormcloak? You know how Nords can just sit in cold.
It's a family tradition. My mother gave birth to me the day Hakon Ironfist marched on Karthwasten. I've worn this uniform all my life. But with this war, they wanted me to fight other Nords. So I quit the army and tried to become a priest.
Hakon Ironfist, you say? Wasn't that a site of a massacre?
True, but that isn't the half of it. I've been asked to do things that'd make even old Hakon wince. I know to some that makes me no better than pit-bait, but loyalty is everything to a soldier.
Ah, you're a soldier. That's how you still consider yourself. But you were saying that this priesthood, how's it working out for you?
Ha! Not so well, as you can see. But, lucky for me, I met Arelwain, and realized I was better off letting her do the preaching.
Well, I have to say she does seem good at it. Hakon Ironfist, you say, though? Have you met him yourself?
An old Stormcloak dog. Now he rots in the bloodworks. But he committed no crime.
Huh. Well, how did you two meet? Erlen, the priestess here, I mean. Erwin.
Ah, now that's a story. I was actually trying to kill her. Well, maybe not kill her, but scare her out of the city.
Well, were you successful? Did you scare her out?
Yeah, it was about a month after I left the cloaks. I was drunk and angry when I saw her pass by the market stall. I followed her through a door. Didn't really pay attention to which one. But when I saw her kneeling before an altar, I took my chance. I wrestled her to the ground and put my axe to her neck. That's when I saw her amulet. And the shrine she was praying to.
Kinlen nods,
Fine.
listening. Says, well, I have to be on my way. I need to make my way south to Markarth. But, yeah, it was good meeting you. Good meeting you.
Glory to the bold.
Agreed. I'll be on my way, Kinlen says, slipping into the voice that she used, so long ago with, I'll just summon him upstairs, when she first arrived in Skyrim and was role-playing, well, not role-playing, it wasn't role-play at all, it was, undercover, it's so Skyrim sounding. It's like a Skyrim as a spy novel. Infiltrating the Stormcloaks for the first time at the request of her father. She, had to go in disguise, that's what I mean, not undercover, in disguise, as a Stormcloak. And she took on a voice and a name, and she found herself sort of slipping back into it right there. Valgus comes jumping down in excitement. And there's Miko. All right. Another problem that the developers know about that has been reported regarding Beyond Skyrim is your followers not making their way through load doors. So when you go in, when I entered into Bruma through a load door, only one of the followers came through. Scout and Miko and Valgus were left behind, so that was another problem. It's rectified easily with amazing follower tricks simply by calling them as I did. However, Kinlen sort of trying to keep herself from sliding down, makes a quick jump to climb up to the road again, holding onto the tree. Let's see if she can do it. This is a bit of a tough one here. Let's see. Kinlen's not great at rock climbing. The road is just above, but I cannot get there. I hear the sound of one of those ice wraiths, I believe. Somewhere down below. I hope the dogs do not get into a fight with it. Ah, the road. So, we are going to be making our way back to the outskirts of Solitude, and I'm going to give the companions a moment to catch up. And on the way back to Solitude, we're going to be listening to a book. This is from Skyrim Book Club.ca, let's try that again. It's from Skyrim Book Club.ca, a podcast featuring all of the books of Skyrim read as audiobooks. Audiobooks! So, we're going to be listening to Steve read us The Firmament. And I am also in the process of recording a few books. Kinlen stops for a moment and squints through the night snow, seeing someone above, walking along. It seems they are not hostile, though. Ah, glad you could all catch up. In any case, momentarily lost my thought there as to what I was saying. But anyway, yes, we're going to be listening to The Firmament. So let me get that started for you, and we will listen to it on the way back to the carriage. All right, so this is The Firmament that we're going to be listening to. It's about 3 minutes and 20 seconds long. It's by Fulke. It's a book of constellations and their meanings. And in the last episode, two episodes ago, Kinlen looked up towards the sky and saw Master and Secunda, the moons of this world, and she just wanted to know more about the constellations and perhaps even how they may affect men and mare here on the world, on the planet of Nirn. So, in the land of Skyrim, the positions of the stars at the time of one's birth can exert great influence over the course of one's life. Fulke takes us on a journey through the cosmos and explains the most common traits of a person born under each of the 13 constellations. So, we are going to be listening to this reading by Steve from Skyrim Book Club. Read us The Firmament. If anything exciting happens, as always, I will pause the book, and then when it's over, bring us back into the story.
The Firmament by Fulke, a book of constellations and their meanings. The stars of Tamriel are divided into 13 constellations. 3 of them are major constellations, known as the Guardians. These are the Warrior, the Mage, and the Thief. Each of the Guardians protects its 3 charges from the 13th constellation, the Serpent. When the sun rises near one of the constellations, it is that constellation's season. Each constellation has a season of approximately 1 month. The Serpent has no season, for it moves about in the heavens, usually threatening one of the other constellations. The Warrior. The warrior is the first guardian constellation, and he protects his charges during their seasons. The warrior's own season is last seed, when his strength is needed for the harvest. His charges are the lady, the steed, and the lord. Those born under the sign of the warrior are skilled with weapons of all kinds, but
Skilled to weapons of all kinds. Keep that in mind. There's a fight going on up here. What is going on here? Kinlen dodges flames and fire and finds nothing but carnage in the road. That is good work, men, she says to the passing soldiers. Valgus gives him healing to the injured. Ah, their captain has passed. Yet another attempt from the Stormcloaks to ambush. As well, it looks as if they were maybe attempting to bring a bear to the battle. There are Thalma up there. One of them is a strong mage. We shall be on our way. Problem? No? All right. All right, let's continue on with the Firmament.
prone to short tempers. The Mage. The Mage is a guardian constellation whose season is Rain's Hand, when Magicka was first used by men. His charges are the Apprentice, the Golem, and the Ritual. Those born under the Mage have more Magicka and talent for all kinds of spellcasting, but are often arrogant and absent-minded. The Thief. The Thief is the last guardian constellation, and her season is the darkest month of Evening Star. Her charges are the Lover, the Shadow, and the Tower. Those born under the sign of the Thief are not typically thieves, though they take risks more often and only rarely come to harm. They will run out of luck eventually, however, and rarely live as long as those born under other signs. The Serpent. The Serpent wanders about in the sky and has no season, though its motions are predictable to a degree. No characteristics are common to all who are born under the sign of the Serpent. Those born under this sign are the most blessed and the most cursed. The Lady. The Lady is one of the warrior's charges, and her season is Heartfire. Those born under the sign of the Lady are kind and tolerant. The Steed. The Steed is one of the warrior's charges, and her season is mid-year. Those born under the sign of the Steed are impatient and always hurrying from one place to another. The Lord. The Lord's season is first seed, and he oversees all of Tamriel during the planting. Those born under the sign of the Lord are stronger and healthier than those born under other signs. The Apprentice. The Apprentice's season is Sun's height. Those born under the sign of the Apprentice have a special affinity for magic of all kinds, but are more vulnerable to magic as well. The Atronach. The Atronach, often called the Golem, is one of the mage's charges. Its season is Sun's dusk. Those born under this sign are natural sorcerers with deep reserves of magicka, but they cannot generate magicka of their own.
There's definitely something going on here. Thank you for that. It looks like that was a Dremor. A very strange thing to see here in Skyrim. Of course, I have never seen a Dremor before. Most uncomfortable. Valgus offers the Vigilant some healing as he does. Kinlen looks over. He carries a... Woo! We definitely want that. Iron Warhammer of slow burning. Kinlen hefts the Warhammer and then straps it on her back along with her backpack. She leans down, looking closely at the Dremora, studying his face. If these creatures or beings are going to be coming to Skyrim and causing difficulty, then perhaps I should study up on them and find out who they are. Another Vigilant. They are very brave to take on such creatures. A bit foolhardy, if it were, I may say, but brave. All right, let's continue on.
The Ritual. The Ritual is one of the mage's charges, and its season is Morning Star. Those born under this sign have a variety of abilities depending on the aspects of the moon and the divines. The Lover. The Lover is one of the Thief's charges, and her season is Sun's Dawn. Those born under the sign of the Lover are graceful and passionate. The Shadow. The Shadow's season is Second Seal. The Shadow grants those born under her sign the ability to hide in shadows. The Tower. The Tower is one of the Thief's charges, and its season is Frostfall. Those born under the sign of the Tower have a knack for finding gold and can open locks of all kinds.
All right, that was The Firmament, a reading by Steve at Skyrim Book Club. You can head on over to Skyrim Book Club and grab all of those audiobooks. They are free. You can also sign up to follow them on iTunes or Google Play. And no, he doesn't pay me for that. He does not pay me for those awesome adverts I keep putting in for you, but it's just, I'm excited and they're great. I think you should know about them. Kinlen arrives, a little breathless, to the carriage and glances at her timepiece. Oh, it is very late. However, I feel we should move on with things. I'll sleep on the carriage. Ho there.
Need a ride?
I do.
Where do you want to go?
To Markarth. Though take your time and keep the ride smooth if possible. I intend to rest.
Climb and back and we'll be off.
A sack of coins for it and you if I sleep well. The hounds jump up on the carriage as usual with excitement. Kinlen lays down her cloak for them to sit on. Valgast climbs on, and she
Take you to any of the...
sits back, ready for a long, very much needed rest as we travel all the way down to the south of Skyrim. I am very hungry. Oh! I recognize you.
Well met. A fine day to you.
Ah! Wanderlust. Yes, you should know that I have left your things that you so graciously gave me. Your noble mourning dress is in the inn in Dawnstar. It was a pleasure talking to you, and I hope we will see each other again on the roads in Skyrim.
Goodbye, and good wandering.
Good wandering. I'm just going to check my settings here. I haven't changed them, but the voice, nope, they're 100%. That was just a bit low. My back aches. I am not quite as rested as I could be. But of course, what does one expect on the back of a carriage? Oh! Kinlen runs down, almost forgetting. Good sir, you did a good job in getting down here in a soft and comfortable way. So?
Traveling in the Reach is dangerous. You need a good carriage.
The next time that we are traveling through the Reach, I will be taking your carriage. I don't anticipate being here for more than a day. Here's some gold.
Thank you. Here, this is for you.
And, like all carriage drivers do, he hands her a little map
Until next time.
of the town that he keeps for those who give him a little extra something for the trip. Kinlen walks up to the almost imposing city gates of Markarth. Not almost, definitely imposing, tucked in along the mountains. I have been here before, but I find it always a forbidding place. Kinlen hears the bleat of a goat, clucking of chickens, and otherwise the streets are pretty quiet. She climbs up the steps to the Silverblood Inn.
Come on in. The Silverblood Inn has plenty of strong drink and clean rooms.
Move along.
Watch it!
A Thalmor Justiciar brushes rudely by Kinlen. She takes note of his arrogant face.
Amanda Ollia was right. Markarth is a vertical city. There's a reason the drunks stick to the ground floor.
Yes, they would not want to fall and break open their hard heads. Ah, good afternoon, or evening, I should say. Morning, it seems. I seek a room for myself and my companions.
This is the Silverblood Inn. I'll let you figure out who owns it by yourself.
I am looking for a room.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Also, and Kinlen leans forward, stepping a little bit away from the patron. While I'm here, I'm wondering if you might do me a grand favor. Of course, I will make it worth your while. Could you distribute these amongst the people? And if you could do it quietly. Kinlen hands him a pouch with 100 coin.
Of course. I understand completely. No worries at all.
Ah, thank you. Well, while I'm here, we might as well have a bit of dinner.
Take a look.
Or at this point, breakfast. Kinlen's a carb girl, so whenever she sees bread and baked potatoes, that's the first thing that goes into her pack. And also, I don't ever drink this carrot juice because it changes the vision to night eye, which I cannot stand the way that looks. Kinlen does like salad. Vegetable soup, a favorite of hers. She'll get a venison chop to go over her salad in the morning. And she loves these dumplings. Anything else for tea? We have Nordic Mountain Tea. This she uses as, it's a brew of Valgus's that helps with healing, particularly healing burns and that sort of thing. So, and those crostadas, of course, I can't believe I almost passed those up. Nordic mammoth cheese steak. Yeah, I don't know. Mammoth cheese, not really Kinlen's thing. Not mine either. I'm sure there's somebody out there who finds it absolutely delicious. Let me see if I can remember the ways to the rooms. I think those are the ways to the kitchens. Ah, yes. I'm going to turn off Kinlen's light that she keeps around her. Oh, yes. We were here some time ago. Now I'm trying to remember what Kinlen was here for. But she's definitely been here. Anyway, with some great exhaustion, she climbs into the stone bed, and it has manages to ignore its hard, cold surface and falls into a deep sleep. After a bunch of maneuvering. So, if you haven't noticed or missed this episode, Kinlen got a new blade by her side called Fleur de Lis, which I looked up after the episode and learned means flower of lily, or lily flower, basically. Very common insignia for crests, family crests, things like that. Anyway, Kinlen cannot afford to sleep that late, so she's gonna get a sleep of about 5 hours, which is not very much. But she needs to get up and out of her way, back on her way. Can't speak English today. English is failing me at the moment. Valgus, I trust that you slept well. Miko. Miko climbs down from the bed from where he was, as usual, attempting to squeeze Kinlen over and sleep next to her. Miko is definitely more of a mommy's dog, as it were. Kinlen's gonna sit down and have some breakfast. Hopefully. Wait, let's try this again. There we go. Sit down and have some breakfast. We can do it. And she considers, while she's eating, a chicken dumpling with some cheese, an egg, milk, and tea. She considers how she's going to just walk it, whether she should just walk in and drop this note, if she's going to run into any of the guards that might give her difficulty, anything of that nature. By the way, the note that she is carrying is the same as what she saw on the temple in Solitude in front of the Talos, the missing Talos altar. If you seek to fill the void, then go to Widow's Watch, where we mourn the death of the divine. So Kinlen doesn't feel she's doing too much harm to help a few Talos worshippers find their way to that shrine. Whether she's going to shut it down or not, as I said, she's still unclear about. She gives the hounds their breakfast. Scout gratefully accepts hers. Kinlen walks out into Markarth. There's that Thalmor Justicia, making his rounds of some sort. I don't remember seeing Thalmor down here before. Now, if I recall, the temple is just here. In this quiet little area. Yes, here. I think I will tell Valgus and the dogs to wait. If there's any trouble, I'll call them. Valgus, keep an eye out. Waiting until the coast is clear, she pushes open the doors to Talos' shrine. Ah, I am most relieved. Oh no. I shall have to do this extremely quietly. What could he be doing here? Kinlen puts her head down, pulling down her cloak low, her hood low. She quickly walks up to the altar and drops. Deliver the letters to Ondelamar. Oh, I see. We could have turned them in. I didn't even know that was an option. Very luckily, he did not see me, and seems not to be very observant. I wonder if there's anyone here. So, if there's a Thalmor agent here, that means that they know about the possibility of this organization. It just so happens this Thalmor agent will go violent on you if he catches you, which I wasn't sure if he was going to do. It seems like he's just very oddly walking in and out of the door there, but we'll leave him to it. Kinlen, once again, is keeping her cloak over her eyes and walking unobtrusively. feeling extremely nervous as to how close this Thalmor agent has been to her. I do not feel I could be so lucky as to gone completely unnoticed, so I think it is time for us to make a quick exit. We'll go around the other way. I would have liked to have seen what the blacksmith had in stock. But these Thalmor are a bit too close for comfort. Kinlen looks up the street, sees no Thalmor, calls her followers to her. It is an overcast day today, and very cool here. There is a smell in the Reach. Kinlen looks at the dog over there, being reminded of the new dog in Helgen, Hunter. There's a smell here in the Reach that is only here. It's like the smell of very old dirt or stone. Just everywhere. And a slight heaviness. And in fact, I remembered what Kinlen was down in the Reach for. She was here to do the blood proving, actually. Good, sir?
Good to see you again, friend.
Ah, thank you. I'd like to hire your carriage. This time it's another long trip. So once again, please take it slow. I need some rest.
Where do you want to go?
To Riften.
Climb and back and we'll be off.
Very good.
I can't wait here forever.
One moment, carriage man. Hold your horses, as it were. So one of the neat things about I Need is that it considers your time on the carriage to be time in which you've rested.
Says they're honorable because they avoid violence. Violence can take many forms, and one can starve to death when they are stripped of coin.
So, I think we're going to end the episode here with yet another beautiful... Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. Wow. That's definitely going to be on a thumbnail for one of these episodes. That's just amazing. Anyway, oh my goodness. The hounds, as usual, went flying across the to attack the spider. Well, welcome to Riften, as it were. And with this very beautiful view here of, I believe this is, how do I know the difference between the moons? One last question for you. There's Master and Secunda, and I'm unsure which one, like if there's only one in the sky, which one, how to tell which one it is. But with this beautiful blood red moon, we're going to leave the episode here. Whoops, wrong key. I am so glad you joined me for this episode. If you enjoyed what you saw, please hit the thumbs up button below. And if you loved it, join the party and subscribe. I'll see you back here for more Skyrim. And as always, thank you so much for watching.